You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Hello and welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of the most famous stand. Today you've got me, Doyle, you haven't got Mario and you haven't got Gilly, and we are going to be discussing the big one. The big game of the weekend, the best game of the weekend, first v second, and that is Arsenal v Liverpool. Or should I say Liverpool v Arsenal, because it's at Anfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I have two wonderful guests with me today. They're very, very famous. We already know who they are, yeah? The face of AFTV, Don Robbie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I have to go with the Don. I have to go with the face, bro, you know what I'm saying? Respect and that. And then I've also got the lovely man Cecil here with me. How we doing, lads?
Very well.
Yeah?
So
How we doing, Robbie, lads?
the voice of the Kop. It's quite quiet at the moment, isn't it?
He
went straight
started
in.
already. And we did talk about shamelessness before it, so I think he's going to be getting a few back today. So first question, how are we? You okay, lads?
Yeah, good. Looking forward to the game, man.
Yeah.
Big. You know what? This is the biggest game of the season, isn't it?
Yep.
You know what I mean? If we win, we go top for Christmas. If you win, you probably go top for Christmas. You know what I mean? So obviously Villa could go top as well if they win their game and we both lose. So, or if we both draw, should I say? So, but for me, it's not so much about being first for Christmas or anything. It's more for me that can we go to Anfield and get that win? We just have not won there since 2012, and I'm just desperate to go to Anfield and get a victory.
I hear it. It's like Liverpool last season were poor, and when we went to the Etihad this season, I just wanted them to compete. All I wanted was them to show a performance that I can get behind and support the team with, and they did. And I can imagine that's the same what you just said.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, you know, we've been very good for the past year or so. We've, you know, at home. You know, we this season we've beaten City, we beat Liverpool last season at home.
Yeah.
But when we came to Anfield, and I remember that game, that was like a turning point for me in the sort of title race, because I felt if we'd have won that game, I think we'd have gone all the way. And we were 2-0 up, looking really good, and then we sort of, you know, you just put it on us. And in the end, we were probably lucky to get out there with a 2-2. So it's a big game for Arsenal, it's a big game for Liverpool as well. The two teams that a lot of people are talking about, remember, we're still being talked about as challengers to Man City. Despite where City are at the moment, we know they'll come back again. So it's a big game for both teams to sort of put down a marker to say, hey, we're serious this year, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Especially when City, you know, they're not playing this weekend, they're going to be watching us. I feel like it's omens, isn't it? You want to overcome this omen. I remember last season, the last one, when against Bournemouth, and everyone's like, that's a sign, we can go on and do it. But the real tests are, like we mentioned, Anfield away. I mean, the draw was me and Robbie in the stadium last season, and it's just like, it was ridiculous. Like, honestly, that first half was on fire, and then how things changed so quickly. But I think if we overcome you guys at your place, I think it's a big sign. I said it in Box to Box, actually, which I filmed for AFTV, and said, if we beat you guys there and we beat City away, I think the league's ours. And I know football doesn't work like that, but that's how I see it. I think last year we beat Spurs at their place, and it took ages for us to do that, and that obviously beat them at home. We beat United at home as well. People started to believe around then, but I feel like this game, and when we play City away, I think that is a telling sign. But it's a huge, huge game, and I'm in a good place, man. Arsenal, I'm in a good place. We topped our group in Champions League. We got a favourable run in the next round against Porto. Well, I'd say it's favourable, and top of the Premier League right at this moment of filming. Things are alright, man.
I think you're right, lads. I think when you're talking about getting to Anfield and getting to Etihad and all these big stadiums and winning, it's what Robbie just said. You've lost the league there last season because you didn't get that mentality boost to get you through the next few games. So I think it is important for Arsenal to get a win at Anfield, because how long did you say then? 12 years. It's a long time.
I was there.
And with that,
the win. Yeah, I think meant the title. Yeah.
And with that, it'll give me to my next question then. So we asked this earlier: who is going to be top of the league at Christmas?
Awesome.
You can be.
What are you waiting for?
Back your team, boy.
You back your team. You see
so
me,
humble.
bro. I'm confident as hell. Like, Christmas is a good. Well, just
remind them, like, what was what happened last Christmas?
Got excited and printed a T-shirt saying top of the league.
Never jinx it, man. Never jinx it.
Immortalised himself.
It's such a tough game. I mean, I think
it's not.
You look at the two teams, the two evenly matched sides.
Yeah.
You know, we've been watching what Liverpool have been doing this season. They've been brilliant. I mean, I know there's been a lot of games where Liverpool just about get over the line, but at Anfield, You know what I mean? You're formidable there, you know what I mean? I can't tell the lot. What was the last game you lost there? I mean...
It was a long time ago. I think it was 40-something games ago that we lost there.
That's a crazy, crazy record. And that's why it's such a significant game, that if we could go there and win, then you've got to start believing, innit? If you start going to places like Anfield and you're winning games, right, and you're going for a league title, for us, you start believing. You start saying, well, if we can go there and win, we can go anywhere.
I think it's similar for us in the sense that your team over the last 2 years has been one of the best projects in the league without a shadow of a doubt, and it's exciting to watch. So if we can beat a team that's coming back and resurging and we can compete with you, it's a big, big thing for us as well. So I'm happy with the way Liverpool have been performing at Anfield, but this is the real test, and we all know Liverpool, if I'm honest, have not been as convincing as we would like them to be. They've made every game tough, and I'm going into this Saturday game a little bit anxious. I can't lie. It's massive. Even if they get a draw, they're still happy with that. They are. We need to win today on Saturday. We need to absolutely make sure we get across the line and get.
Not as happy as United, but we'll be happy. I'll be happy with a draw.
Can we all agree that was shameless?
I'm not going to be jumping off a silhouette, but yeah, I'll definitely take a draw. But we'll not forget Liverpool's recent history. You guys have been. You've been up there with competing with City for so many seasons. You're an amazing side. Obviously, you had a bad season last season, but to bounce back and now be back in the conversation within just one season, listen, I know how good they are, and I'm not taking this competition, taking that game very lightly at all, because you guys are, I have to give it, I like Liverpool.
Good lad, respect.
I do like Liverpool as much as I want to smash it on Saturday.
I guess that leads me on to the next one. So we just talked about Man United and how they approach the game at Anfield. How do you think Arteta is going to come to Anfield? Do you think it's going to be similar to last year? Do you think he's going to come with a low block? Or do you think he's going to come to win that game at Anfield? What do you think?
I think he's definitely coming to win the game. I think he'll look at last year's game and say, listen, we were close, you know what I mean? We're 2-0 up. Really and truly, you're 2-0 up in the Premier League. You're not supposed to lose that game. When you're 2-0 up, most teams that are 2-0 up go on to win the game. So he would have been really disappointed last year. But what we did show is that we can take the game to Liverpool at Anfield and we can score goals, right? And we've got threats all over the pitch. So I think he's going to be like, let's go again, take it to them, but let's defend a lot better.
Yeah.
And we have been defending a lot better this season. You know what I mean? Players like Declan Rice has come in, he's been brilliant. When we came to Anfield last year, we didn't have Saliba. We've got Saliba now.
Facts.
You know, so it should be a more solid team. And I've been, you know, even the thing is, we've been putting in performances. We've lost 2 games this season. Away at Newcastle, which was a very controversial. Remember that did the ball go out? Yeah. Then there was the whole VAR thing where it took ages, and then eventually, to me, they just wilted with the crowd at Newcastle and gave them the goal. I didn't think we played great that day, but we didn't deserve to lose. Definitely didn't deserve to lose. And then the game against Villa, where literally Villa scored at the start, and then we absolutely dominated the game from start to finish, really, and we shouldn't have lost that game either. Now, that's what we're going to have to overcome in this game. First of all, I feel very important that Arsenal don't concede early, because if you concede early at Liverpool, you're in trouble.
Yeah, the crowd.
So you've got to, I feel with Arsenal, we've got to make sure we don't concede early. Got to stay in the game, make sure we stay in the game, because that's a thing as well, that over the years we've been to Liverpool and we conceded 1, then 2, quick succession, and we're out of the game. So we've got to stay in the game. But I think if we do that, I do think this team has it within them to go away and put in professional away performances. So Mikel Arteta will be going in to win the game. We're not going to be no low block team like what Man United do, but I do think we will be
more professional,
more sort of
we're not
defensive.
as naive as last year.
We're going to be a little bit more. I think we'd be a little bit more defensive than we were maybe even last year.
Manage the game better.
You know what I mean? We'll manage the game better. We'll be, but if the chances come, we'll take them. You know what I mean? We're not just going to sit back the whole game like what Man United did.
Yeah, I don't expect that whatsoever. I do think it's going to be some goals in this game as a result of it. I think, although Saliba is back and he's phenomenal, by the way, I will say he is, there will be space for Liverpool attackers to get into and score them goals. Similar to yourself, I think Liverpool have a better opportunity to score, but we also have a greater opportunity to concede 100%. As well. And I think that's the type of game it's going to be. It's going to be open, it's going to be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. What do you think?
That's me, though, I'll be real. I'm intrigued to see how Mikel Arteta goes about this game. I've been trying to wrap my brains the whole time, because what we did against Brighton at home, we just dominated them. They had 1 shot on target. We were unbelievable. But obviously it's going to be different at Anfield. But I've watched you guys play it, and yeah, again, it can be like basketball at times. As much as you're very dangerous on the attack, I have to admit that. But again, like you said, if you're going to be that open, it will create opportunities for. I think for both sides, I think it'll be a high-scoring game. At first, I was thinking 1-0, but now I think it's moving towards around a 3-2 score prediction. But I am so looking forward to it. I think we win it. We win this game in the midfield. It's the midfield I'm intrigued by, because you guys, listen, Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott, by the way, have been sensational.
Yesterday, by the way, against West Ham, lads.
Unreal.
Will he play him though?
Yeah, well, this is it. He didn't start. They both didn't start against United. They both didn't start against Palace. But I think they're great players. I don't know who plays in that midfield, but I know we got Declan Rice, Odegaard, and it's probably going to be Havertz as well. That midfield is not a joke, and that is where I think the game could be won and lost in the midfield. But I'm not. Robbie spoke about 2 games that we'd lost that I think were a bit dubious. You guys, obviously, the Spurs game I don't think was fair. It was a dubious result as well. So I don't know. It's a weird one, and I have to in this section just bring up quickly Mo Salah. By the way, I know. You did AFTV, you spoke about how amazing he was going to get the credit. Bro, Robbie, it was perfect everything he said about he doesn't get enough credit. I just remember watching him live. He does not get credit how good this player really is. Me and Turkish on the stands, I've sorry to bring this up, I just have to bring up, the ball comes over his head on the line and he doesn't even look, it controls it on the line, but he live is ridiculous. And again, I know we spoke about it in AFC, but I have to highlight how amazing he is. We're
going to have to look after Salah. I agree with you. I think the threat, I think this game could be won in midfield. That's where I feel that we're a little bit stronger than Liverpool.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? And I think with Odegaard, if he's on it, which he was on it against Brighton, and obviously Declan Rice has been performing brilliantly, and so has Havertz been. You know what I mean? A lot of people haven't been talking about Havertz, but Havertz has been scoring some big goals for Arsenal. He pops up in the box, and he arrives late in the box and scores goals. But also what I really like about him is he does all the defensive work and all that as well. He gets back, he gets tackles in. He's been really, really good for Arsenal. He was the player of the month last month for Arsenal. Yeah. And he's followed it on into this month. He's been playing really, really well. So I think that midfield is going to be key. Can we dominate that midfield, get the ball out to the wide players like Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, who was brilliant against Liverpool last year. And then also is how do we look after Salah? How do we,
with Zinchenko as well.
The front three of Liverpool is so quick and so dangerous. Dynamic. And if you just switch off for a minute, they're in. So that's what I mean. It's an evenly matched game. You've got to probably give a higher percentage of the advantage to Liverpool because obviously it's at Anfield with their brilliant record. But it's going to be some game.
It's going to be a blockbuster, man.
Yeah, it is.
I guess that leads me to my last question for you guys.
Let's go.
What's the score going to be?
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal, man. I've got to back my boys.
Got 2, lads.
2-1. I kept saying this, I thought it was going to be a 1-0 tight game because Arsenal do this. They can get 1-0 and be very professional and lock up and shut up shop. But as we mentioned,
1-0 at Anfield.
I know it's a big ask. So that's what I've changed since speaking to. I spoke to Fuizzi today.
Because they always score there, innit? They never.
Well, this is it, and I was like, I'm being naive with my prediction here.
Didn't score last week though.
No, we didn't.
That's true.
But you aren't going to come like that, remember? So
that's true. I think that's 42 games. You've scored 42 games consecutively at Anfield. So that was it stopped against
Man United, a low block.
Crazy.
That stopped that happening.
But like you said, it's not going to be like that. We're going to be going for the. I hope we go for the win because I want to be entertained and I think you guys will as well. So I'm going to go. I've changed completely and gone 3-2 to Arsenal, but it'll be that's an enthralling game. That's what we want to see. I want to see something like that.
You want to see back and forth, tennis, lad, ping pong. That's what the whole top of the league. You want to see quality. I think for me, it's definitely going to be a lot more open. I think the midfield battle is a very precarious one for Liverpool. You have got a very cemented midfield,
good.
And that Declan Rice lad, boy, is he good. He runs the show at that number 6. He does. But I would say, just in our team, there are a few things that I think we have the benefits of, and one of them is Alisson. He's the best goalkeeper I've ever seen for Liverpool. One of the best goalkeepers I've ever seen in the Premier League. And that's just not recency bias, because I know Petr Cech is amazing and all of these players, but Alisson wins you games. He's incredible. I also think we have a few better goal scorers than yourselves. You have the Saka and you have the Martinelli and you have Jesus, but they're not necessarily all got bagsmen, right?
So you're talking about Darwin Núñez?
But I think, I know, we all know about him as well, lads, But Salah.
He scored against us last season, though, ain't it, Darwin?
I'm just glad
last night-
Jota's not playing. That's
Also,
that's
just
what
so
I'm
you
happy
know,
with.
yeah, and you're right
He's
to
not
think because he is a little bagsman.
He always scores against us.
Just so you know, though, Cody Gakpo did score yesterday. Curtis Jones did as well. Salah
goal.
did as well, mate. Like they are pulling some goals out.
Let me tell you something, right? The way I saw West Ham stand
Yeah,
off,
it was terrible.
like Szoboszlai.
Shame on yous.
You know, you watch. You know, I don't need to do my research, right, to know that Szoboszlai is brilliant at shooting.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
give him
Right,
space
so how
outside
are you
the
going to
box.
give him so much time and space to shoot?
It was silly.
How are you just going to stand off Curtis Jones and make him run through the team? They were great goals, by
Quality
the way.
goals.
Yeah.
But if you give quality players that time and space, that's what they're going to do. I don't think, you know, you will not see Declan Rice standing off Szoboszlai
no.
like that. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a different game.
It is, and I think I didn't give my score prediction at the end, but I think I'm going to go similar to these guys. 2-1 to Liverpool, simply because of the Anfield factor.
Yeah,
and what we need from the fans in the ground is to scream your little nuts off.
Oh, you're doing a rally call as well,
I
pal.
am.
You're
I'm
doing
a
it as well.
battle call because it's important, lad. Yeah, we need to beat these. I work in this studio with surrounded by Arsenal fans, right? I need to walk in here on my next day in, yeah, with my chest up and a little smirk on my face. Don't need to brag. Don't need to brag. But I need to be happy and I have a kiss.
When I went to City and I did that, right, everyone criticised.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now Jurgen Klopp, right, is there trying to rally up the crowd? I've never seen Klopp have to do that.
Yeah,
before.
nor have I.
Rally up the Liverpool crowd, but I feel that he's trying to play off of the fact that last year, after that little incident with Xhaka, the crowd got up.
It's twice.
So,
And when him and Klopp, Arteta and Klopp had a little spat, the crowd got up.
I think it's a good sign for Arsenal that he's doing it. That he's saying
Yes,
we've
it's
got to do
respect.
that. You know what I mean, there's a lot of respect there for us.
I do too. I think.
And we've earned it because we're going to come there. And, you know, I think we will come and put in a performance.
I hope so. I hope it's not like the Man United game because that was boring for everybody to watch, wasn't it? So, and I'll keep going on about that, but bloody hell, that was horrible. So, very much looking forward to that. Thank you very much for coming onto the show today, guys.
No worries.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you. And good luck to your team. A little bit of good luck, not loads of
good luck to you
know
as
what I mean?
well, man. For
There's
big
respect
in
here,
10
lads.
games. Yeah,
There's respect. Also, just before we do go, I like the question that we had on our show earlier, and it was, if you can't win the league, would you rather City or Liverpool to win it?
Can't win the league, I'd rather Liverpool win it. I have to be honest with you. And that's not just me just saying that because I'm here. That's facts. I mean, I just prefer the way Liverpool have done it, you know, which is similar to Arsenal. You know, I mean, they've built a team. I look at City,
No charges.
you know, City, City. And plus as well, we need another winner. We can't just keep having City winning it every single year. I mean, they're a great side, but we just can't have them winning it I mean, they cleaned up last year, treble. They've done, I mean, multiple years when they win absolutely everything. We need some new kids on the block.
Yeah.
And you lot have won it recently, so that should be us.
Should be us. I'd say the same. Liverpool. I mean, I've got family that support Liverpool. My uncle supports Liverpool, and you know, like I said in the show, I have a lot of time and respect for them. I like the Scousers, I like Liverpoolians and that. So
Yeah, but not too much respect. We need to beat them.
Yeah, we need to beat them.
Yeah.
But if I really could choose, if it wasn't us, Villa.
Nah, fair play, same mate. Anyway, that brings us to a close. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Remember to like, subscribe on your way out, all of that good stuff. I've been Doyle Mills, these have been two gentlemen. Thank you very much, guys. See you in a bit.
Peace.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.